belonging to a particular party were the accused, and double murder had taken place. In that double murder case, where two former MLAs were involved, they were convicted, and the judgment covered those who accused priest. Similarly, a trial was conducted in district Rampur of Uttar Pradesh, where 14 CRPF personnel were killed by Pakistani terrorists in the night by attacking on their tents when the personnel were asleep. That trial was decided in 2013, and judgment was passed in 227 pages, 227 pages. Our system says, judicial system says, Supreme Court ruling say कि brevity breeds clarity. जितना कम लिखोगे उतना ज्यादा जो है अज्ञानता का प्रदर्शन उससे बचेगा प्रदर्शित होने से. If the judge is traveling long, he is likely to commit more and more blunders, mistakes. How can a judgment run into more than 1000 pages, 225 pages? It's something which is unknown to our system. Many times when a matter is highlighted, it is likely it's a very highlighted matter and there will be much, it will be in much gauge in public assessment, and it may fetch publicity in media. So judges are swayed away. They attempt to pass lengthy orders even when it is not necessary. So there is a need for change of habits, both on the part of advocates, on the part of judges as well. If an advocate is making lengthy submissions, he needs to introspect himself. Why he is making so lengthy arguments? If a judge is writing unnecessarily lengthy judgments running into hundreds of pages, he needs an honest introspection. Why he is wasting precious public time? Why he is not writing a brief judgment? Of course, brevity doesn't mean that you cut short, you don't mention the necessary facts, material evidence. The qualitative judgment requires it should be passed based upon qualitative material facts, material evidence, and relevant law. By assimilating these three things into one, a finding should be derived. Finding is the derivative of material fact, material evidence, and relevant law. It doesn't take 100 pages. It only shows the confusion which the judge does have in his mind. There is somewhere some sort of absence of clarity how the judgments are written. This change in the habit is required at the bar, at the judiciary, so that that precious time of the court may be devoted to some other urgent matters which are not being taken up for shortage of time with the judges. Then let me tell you one thing. Supreme Court says in several cases that lengthy judgments are not always great, and judgments passed in brief are not always bad. Brevity indicates clarity. I think people must be aware of these things, and whenever possible they should apply it. Another thing is the absence of qualitative training to judges and staff of the court. The staff is untrained. There is no provision for training of the staff in any district court. What to say of this electronic device which we are just right now using? We are having in our judicial system untrained staff, and I think I have taken sufficient time to I'm proceeding to conclude myself. I'm just pointing out certain issues which I wanted to discuss. Will not elaborate on those, will simply point it out to you. Lack of required infrastructure with the courts, lack of quality staff with the courts, still the wheels of justice are to be kept moving. I was earlier talking that every citizen is having his constitutional rights, his civil rights during this pandemic era. Just he was having these rights before the commencement of this crisis. So when a right is there, fundamental right is there, a grievance is there, civil right is there, and it is being violated, there is a grievance with the citizen, with the litigant, then must act, must react, must respond in the best possible manner. And electronic devices, using electronic devices, giving them opportunity of being heard and passing brief orders, reducing their grievances, appropriate decisions, all are the needs of the time. This pandemic has given us an opportunity to correct ourselves, to transform ourselves in a manner to enable us to overcome this crisis. So this is a crisis, but we can convert this crisis into an opportunity. I hope by means of this discussion of minds, I would have been able to put forth certain views of mine for you. Now I request the audience to put some queries if they have any. Yes, please.